Hello drama lovers, welcome back to K-pop world. There's a strange kind of silence that sometimes speaks louder than the noise. A silence that's not empty, but full of emotions, of meaning, of stories left unspoken. And that silence has been lingering around the names Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan. This time, the silence was broken by a rumor so intimate, yet so unbelievable that fans didn't know whether to celebrate or hold their breath. The news? That both Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan have allegedly received their parents' blessing to adopt a child. Not a project, not a campaign, but something far more personal. It all started with a quiet post on a fan forum. No dramatic images, no capital letters screaming for attention. Just a line. They were seen with family members at a private legal office. Is it happening? At first, people thought it was a legal contract, maybe something to do with work or a company. But the mention of family members and not managers raised questions. Why now? Why in private? And most of all, why together? Just a few hours later, a blurry photo surfaced. It showed two men wearing masks, walking side by side with an older woman in traditional attire. Their steps were in sync. Their body language? Not the kind of forced closeness from an event, but something much deeper. The caption simply read, "They came as a family." Then the next wave came from someone claiming to work at the legal office. In a post that's now deleted, they wrote, "There was a consultation related to personal guardianship and long-term care." I can't say more. Fans immediately connected the dots. Was this about a child, adoption, or even a medical guardianship agreement? At this point, fans were divided. Some were ecstatic. They saw it as the next chapter in a story they've been quietly believing for years, of two people who've supported each other through highs and lows, now choosing to build a future that doesn't need cameras to validate it. Others were more skeptical. It could be anything, one comment said. Don't romanticize it. This could hurt them. And that's true. In an industry that thrives on silence and image, every word, every rumor, every breath can be a weapon. But then came something that felt like confirmation. An old interview clip began circulating again. Xiao Zhan, in a quiet moment, once said, "If I ever become a parent, I want to give my child the kind of peace and privacy I never had." At the time, no one paid much attention to it. But now, with the current news, the line echoed differently. Then a rare fan account from a reliable source claimed that one of the parents, allegedly Wang Yibo's mother, was heard saying, "If it's something that brings you peace, you have my blessing." The quote, though unconfirmed, quickly became a symbol, a phrase that fans turned into art, into poetry, into whispered hope. The online space became a battlefield of emotions. Fan accounts changed their icons to soft family-themed drawings. Others wrote long threads about what it would mean if the rumor were true, not just as a shipping fantasy, but as a deeply human choice. Two people choosing to care for another life, together. One fan wrote, "I don't need them to explain anything. Just knowing they're safe, happy, and allowed to love freely, that's enough." But there's also fear. Fear that this tenderness, if exposed too widely, will be taken away. That behind every warm comment is a cold screen, a potential screenshot, a scandal waiting to explode. And yet, people keep watching, waiting, hoping, because in the end, this isn't about fame or entertainment. This is about the quiet moments we rarely get to see. Two people who may or may not be allowed to show the truth of who they are, in a world that may or may not be ready to accept it. So what now? The agencies have remained silent. No confirmation, no denial, just like always. But the silence feels different this time. Not defensive, not panicked, just intentional. As if the decision isn't ours to know. As if the moment is too sacred to be explained. Fans continue to hold on, not to a fantasy, but to a possibility. That love, in all its quiet forms, will find a way to exist. That family can be chosen. That home isn't always a place. It could be two hands holding each other through life's hardest and softest moments. And maybe, just maybe, this is the kind of news that doesn't need a press release. Just a smile, a small gesture, or a single child, held safely in arms that never let go. This story is far from over. Whether true or not, it's a reflection of the hopes we carry in silence. So keep watching, keep wondering, and above all, keep your heart open. Because the next chapter might not be loud, but it might be real. What do you think? Could this be the beginning of a new kind of family? Let us know in the comments. And stay tuned. K-pop World will be watching every silent step.